Hello, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. It's your girl,
Just
Rainbow
play the
and
song.
Sunshine.
What's up?
Lord Jesus, who died for us? Lord Jesus, He died for us. Lord Jesus now. Lord Jesus now. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus, help me with love. Love and love. And Jesus, Jesus down. Jesus now.
Yeah, okay.
Next.
All right. All right. Clap, Mom.
Yay! Yay!
Woo! All right. All right. All right. I'm going to do my work now, ladies. Kayla, when I'm done with my work, we can do
Our dance.
our dance.
I'll show you our dance.
We'll talk to you later.
All right, Mom. I'm going to let you know what happens with that.
Right, ready?
Okay.
All right,
Love
bye.
you.
Love you too. Okay. Let me put some music on. What do I want to listen to today? Oh, yeah. I am having big time You Don't Own Me vibes. You Don't Own Me. And I used to listen to this song when I was a little girl, which, I don't know, maybe because I was feeling like I wanted to be such a rebel, and I could never be. So we're going to vibe with Leslie Gore. I am right now working to channel a message on gratitude, because that's what I want to talk about today. I've got the Four of Cups, and let me grab my book real quick. When I go out with you. Yes, I have 2 notebooks. Be in gratitude. The coin is found in the fish's mouth. Do not be afraid to take risks. Your lack of gratitude is key to your inability to manifest. You have to be grateful and consistent as you are now before the divine. As you are now before the divine will give you more. Do you trust that you are going to be taken care of, or do you feel like a victim? Now, honey, me be myself. Michaela. Oh no, I lost my mommy folder. Y'all know what a mommy folder is? A mommy folder is a folder that has like all of your birth certificates and social security cards and stuff in it. And yeah, this is my mommy folder. I've had this for a long time. You don't know me. But, you know, I'm a mama, and you got to make sure that you have your stuff. Birth certificates, birth facts, whatever you got, you know. Anyway. Don't tell me what to say. All right, so yes, today Michaela and I are going to be playing. I'm going to finish channeling this message on gratitude. But let's go ahead and get into this morning vibe. I hope you enjoyed visiting with my daughter and my mother there. So yes, hello, good morning, and welcome to this morning vibe. If you are watching, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hallelujah. All right. So, remember our overall card for the week was the Four of Swords. Kind of feeling like you're in a position of immobility. Not really sure why. I can say with confidence, I exactly do feel that way. I am looking at how to expand myself, of course, and, you know, how to get out here and do my teaching and, you know, do the will of the divine like I was asked to do. And, you know, sometimes I do feel like, why me? Instead of like, wow, I'm so grateful that I was chosen. And it's kind of like just in switching your perspective really does help. Okay. So, I saw somebody I know last night was kind of talking about, the position that they're in and, feeling like a victim. I mean, that's what I read off of it. And it was definitely giving me like, fuck this place, fuck positivity, blah, blah, blah. I can dig it, because I have days where I'm like, I don't want to fucking be positive. Fuck this shit. This is like not, I thought you were going to ride your bike. Anyway, I have days where I'm like, I don't want to be positive and, I just want to run away and hide. But it's like I said, you're not going to get more until you are able to be grateful with what you have. Until you're able to feel good with what you have, you're not going to get more. And it's like, we always want more. Oh yeah, that's my song. Let me play it. We always want more, but you haven't figured out how to live. My mother's calling me again. Okay, sorry. All right. Yeah, we always want more, but it's like you haven't figured out how to live with what you have. So what happens if you get more and you don't change your perspective? You get more, or you get what you want, and you're still miserable. Like, I was miserable. I had a job, and so I don't have a job anymore. I'm going to be unhappy. That was what I asked for. You know what I mean? All right, I am calling in the support of my angels, ancestors, guides, ascended masters, my Heavenly Father, my Creator who lives in me. I'm at peace. I'm at ease. I honor and see myself. I agree to find the path, stay the course, trust the process, and enjoy the journey. Amen. And I just feel like I keep seeing it like somebody sitting somewhere pouting. Like in one of my decks on the Four of Cups, there's a person sitting with 3 cups, sort of pouting, ignoring a 4th cup, which to me always means you're not paying attention to the blessings that are already around you. And like I said, I don't remember the exact scripture because y'all know how I am. I'm like, I'm a rebel against my mother, essentially. You see, she's taught my daughter that Jesus died for us, which is fine. But I don't know. I don't really pay attention to scripture. But there was this scripture that talks about, I think it was Peter and Jesus were chopping it up. Peter was wanting some money, or he was, feeling some type of way about not having what he needed. And Jesus just told him, go to the market and you'll find a coin in the fish's mouth. Well, he was the fisherman. So what he was essentially trying to tell him was, go and sell what you already have, So it's like, if people could recognize that, like, you already have everything you need. We got the 4 of diamonds and the Queen of spades. You already have everything you need. Use it. Okay? Use it. Use what you have. Use what you have. Be grateful for what you have. You got to be able to see what you have as gifts and power. If you see what you have or the position that you're in right now as a detriment or a deficit, you're not going to see it as valuable. You're not going to be able to use it effectively to get where you need to go. Down backbiter. All right, we got the Queen of Diamonds. I'm talking about gratitude. 2 of Diamonds. In the valley of decision. What you want? 4 spades. That is going to be the 3rd time because we have our overall card as the 4 of swords. And then yesterday we also saw the 4 of swords. And so now we're seeing this 4 of spades. So it's like this. When we're talking about gratitude, being in gratitude, we're looking at being able to, and I talk about this all the time, change your perspective on success. Once again, I already know my YouTube videos are not getting massive amounts of views, but that doesn't mean that I'm not being successful, okay? But if I only saw myself as a success, if I was getting thousands of views on my videos, then I would be doing myself a disservice, and I wouldn't see myself as Miss Money, Miss Success, right? Which the Queen of Pentacles is the pinnacle of material wealth and success. Okay, so I'm doing another Foundations of Abundance seminar, session 1, which is on self-worth and boundaries. Okay, so I'm excited. Probably going to give myself 2 months to lead into it, to talk about it, to build up, because I try to give myself space to sell tickets and to really talk about what I am going to be speaking about in the seminar. So I'm like really excited, because this time, like, I don't have any blocks around talking about it or feeling confident in what I know, because I've done this over and over and over and over again. So I am so ready to help other people get out of their own way right here. So be on the lookout for that. All right, so yes. So got to be able to reframe success. And we got the 2 of Diamonds right here lining up with the 2 of Pentacles. You've got to be able to be satisfied with the small money. You've got to be able to be satisfied with the small money. Because if you're not satisfied with small money, you will lose big money. You're not going to get more until you are grateful with what you have. You're just not. And you might feel like you are at a place where you are stuck, immobile, and cannot get out of this pit that you're in. But let me tell y'all, solutions do come when you are in that space where you feel like you have no other option. Like, if you really want to live, and I was listening to that book last night, Outwitting the Devil, and they were talking about how the devil uses failure to fuck with people. And, you know, he was kind of describing how it works. If you fail, maybe 3 times, you don't go back and do it again. And I was like, I really am resilient, because even though, like, I think I even told y'all this the other day, even if I've had some instances and some experiences where things didn't flow out the way that I maybe wanted them to, or they weren't like supreme success, I'm not quitting. I continue to show up. And like I said before, if I was the devil, I would hate me too, because this bitch don't quit. I come back every time. You hit me in my mouth, I'm going to show back up on that ass. So that is power. But you don't get there until you find a way to be grateful for your failures, for where you are, for the person that you are today, for what's brought you here, you know. So, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm not dead. I still have opportunity to try. And you should feel like that too, you know. But again, you don't get there until you're able to reframe success. So if you look at your bank account and it doesn't look exactly like what you want it to look like, and you don't feel successful, then that day is likely not going to blossom into more success. You know what I mean? Make sure you wash your hands. Anyway, so let's get some more cards. You don't know how to love me, even how to kiss me. I don't know why. And it's so funny because people are like, you know, ungrateful for what they have, and then they're like I said, they want people to bless them, and and you're like a ball of sour. You're a ball of sour. Your vibration is negative, and you're a ball of sourness. And then to say, oh, I'm not being negative. You don't have to quote unquote think you're being negative, but your vibration is negative. Like, there's a difference between being in a positive vibration and a negative vibration. And you can flip that switch whenever you want to. You just gotta know how to do it. What am I gotta do? What am I gotta do? So yeah, what else? I'm being grateful. don't know why. Don't know why. I mean, if you want to be sour as fuck, that's on you. But no. And when I say this, I'm not saying it because I just like talking. Money is attracted to money. What feels like money, you know. What feels like success. So if you don't feel like money, money's not going to come to you. And every time you are frustrated or anxious or grumpy, you basically go like this to any opportunities that come in your way because they're like, oh, that's not it. That's not going to be it. That's not going to be it. You know, if you provide something that people need, provide the thing. You know, show the people that it's out there for them. You know, and that's a message for me too. Like, I haven't been posting much on my branding page because I was really busy last week doing work for a client. And I'm feeling. We got the 9 of Wands. That I'm feeling. Ooh. The devil. Get out of that devil. And I know now. Got to know now. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. More being ignorant to what you've already grown. And the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. My goodness me. Okay, so when it comes to being in gratitude, in order to move from point A to point B, in that still space where what's required of you is to be at peace, be at ease, and be in gratitude, and be saying, I thank you for my body, for my breath, for my gifts, for my abilities, for my future, for my past, for my bed, for the chair that I sit on, for the sun that shines, you know, for the water that nourishes me, for this coffee that wakes me up. Whatever it is, you got to be able to find the little things that you can be grateful for, because that will change your vibration too. But you also have to let go of your desire to be a victim. You have to let go of your desire to be a victim. And I have a video, maybe I'll put it in the comments here or in the caption, but a long time ago when I was first trying to start a show like this, I was talking about victimhood versus gratitude. And I think the theme for that week was just gratitude. And I had played We Just Want to Give Gratitude by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Let's play that. And I was serious, you know, like, and I've been doing this shit a long time. Like, I didn't just start this shit. Like, I don't know, people probably think, oh, she's full of bullshit. Nah, I've been doing this. But you have got to be ready to release your marriage, your attachment, your devotion to your victimhood. I get to be a victim. I get to talk about how I'm suffering. I get to share how nobody likes me. I get to share how people don't want to pay me. Motherfucker don't want to hear that shit. And while it might be true, you need to figure out what it is. That's why I was telling y'all about the man that said, well, I seem weak. What that mean? That means that when people look at me, they're probably thinking, she ain't about to help me. Look at her. She looks like a damn little girl. I'm grown. You know, I'm grown and I have skills. A special set of skills. And I'm really out here, like, publishing pieces of documentation that help people come out of the dark. I'm really coaching people for 6 months at a time, helping them come out the dark. Like, I'm not just talking. I'm doing. But I didn't even start doing any of that until I was able to say, I'm not a victim and I can't keep waiting on somebody to come save me. I have to jump on it. I have to jump on it. I have to be able to speak to myself with love and change the record that has been playing in my mind and plant new seeds and tell the devil, no more. You don't own me. I no longer belong to you. I've been belonging to you my whole life. You had me. You had me thinking that I had to be in this loop of misery and suffering. It was my divine right to be miserable. It is my divine right to be in joy. Okay? It is. I am joy. Go back and watch that video where I sang that song. I am joy, the physical embodiment of every word my family said. Your family has prayed for you to free your DNA from whatever it is that has kept it restricted. So the responsibility is yours. You are now responsible for breaking the curse. You are now responsible for freeing yourself and for trying something new, which unfortunately for a lot of us is not being a victim, is being more positive. And I know that's not ideal because it doesn't let you be sad and at the mercy of the universe. I just keep getting abused, and now I got to figure it out. You're not going to figure it out until you realize that it's not up to you alone to figure it out. How you figure it out is by trusting the divine. If you don't trust, the answers are not going to come to you. It's like having a wall up. No, you cannot get in here and provide me with the solution. You cannot get in here and provide me with the solution. It's like saying fuck you to your blessings, you know. I know I talk about that too, blocking your blessings, but people be doing it. So then we've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Both of these cards signify work to me. The Nine of Pentacles in a way that says, look what I have grown. Look what I have done. So if this card is in reverse, that is indicative of you looking at what you have grown. That's like me looking at my Smart Love Trigger Transmutation Guide and saying that was bullshit. That's like me looking at Raise Your Vibration and Find Joy Now, the course that I created, and saying that's bullshit. That's like me looking at all my small groups that I've had where people were there to listen to me and saying that's bullshit just because I'm not doing it now or because it didn't yield a bunch of money. That's not necessarily what defines success. The success is in the doing, in the completion of it. How many people can say that they have a small group? How many people can say that they've had multiple small groups? How many people can say that they've coached a multitude of clients? How many people can say that they've written documentation? How many people can say that they did this? You know what I mean? Like, I've got to be able to see those things as success. And I've got to realize that if I want that to continue, or if I want it to really expand, I have to work with others. Because when you've got the Three of Pentacles upside down, you are kind of refusing to be in a space of collaboration because you want to be able to say, I did this. Me. Look what I did. Great. But like, who's going to help you move it if you don't have a team with you? That's the thing, is like, when we're talking about moving energy and even sharing things, you kind of got to have people who are moving with you who can say, yeah, look at what we're doing. Look at what we're doing. And building that foundation and that collaborative, that team, will allow you to then step out on your own and say, I'm a part of this group. You may know us. I'm so-and-so. This is how I supported my group. I'm here to offer that to you guys here now. So let's rock. But when you have it is selfish when you have a selfish view of what it is that you came here to do. I came here to do this, me by myself. I'm on this. Like, it might mean that you need to take a look at yourself and figure out why you think that doing it alone, being in a state of I'm the wounded warrior, I always do everything alone. it's like, once again, you being attached to your ability to say, I'm a victim, or I'm always under pressure, and, you know, my life is never easy. I don't want my life to be like that. I'm looking for ease in my life. So, you know, and working in the collaborative also means working in tandem with the divine. You're a co-creator. You're not doing it by yourself. And anytime you think that you are making things happen without God, you're not gonna be extremely successful, unfortunately. Yeah, and you don't have to call it God. You can call it the universe. You can call it your spirit team. Call it the divine, whatever. But you have to know you're not doing it alone. You're not doing it alone. And sometimes the work is in changing your vibration. Negativity, I don't care how you spin it, is not cute. And it hurts you physically. Page of Cups in reverse. Blocking yourself off from love. That's what it does. Ooh. And then Earth, Wind, and Fire just started playing You Can't Hide Love. Uh-oh. I don't want to take all that, but I saw that Knight of Wands in there. You know, Knight of Wands being rash, rushing in, kind of being cocky and braggadocious for nothing. Three of Wands in reverse. Got to be willing to go out there. You got to be willing to go out into the water. And a lot of people think, well, I'm trying and I'm doing the best I can. But you're doing the shit that you always did. You're not doing anything new or different. You got to try something new and different. I'm in the middle of this. What you talking about? What? Kayla, I'm in the middle of this.
I was just getting big kids.
This is not the principal's office. I am a teacher. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And that's a thing too. You say you want what you want. You say you want what you want. You say you want what you want. And you out here screaming about how you about to be successful and you want to do this and want to do that. But you're really scared of that shit. You're really scared of it because you don't think you can sustain it. You're like, what am I going to do if all these people are counting on me? Live. But guess what? That's why you have to practice being able to live and sustain yourself in the times before the time. Because if people are counting on you, if people are relying on you, they're going to expect you to show up and authentically. So that means that you have to be confident enough to say to your supporters and the people who are with you in your collaborative, hey man, today I don't feel good. But also building the collaborative in a way that allows you to have other people to lean on. Hey, can you go out there and can you talk? Say, hell yeah. Like, I got people. When I get ready to do my seminars, I bring people in there. I bring my people that I've taught into the room with me so that they can speak. So I don't have to speak the whole time. They can speak. Look at that. Drop that shit in the water and be incandescently happy. But you can't be afraid of that. You can't be afraid of your own success. And you have to know that it's going to take you a while to get there because you don't know how to do it yet. And that's okay. You're supposed to be learning. Like, that's part of the problem is a lot of people think that, oh, I should know how to do everything off the rip. Why would you? Why? Why should you know how to do everything off the rip? Why? Why? Who said? Who said? When you were born, you didn't know how to walk until you learned how to walk. Did you beat yourself up as a baby because you didn't figure out how to walk? Let me find out. Or when it was time for you to learn how to use the bathroom, did you beat yourself up because you didn't know how to use the restroom? Did you beat yourself up behind not knowing how to tie your shoes, ride a bicycle? I mean, did you do that in all those cases? Or only now when it is time for you to figure out how to live here and survive, are you beating yourself up? You know, you learn how to do all those things in divine time. So what's to say that you're also not moving in divine time right now when you're learning how to do all this? Just in this moment now, you operating off a different timeline. My daughter was 7 maybe when she learned how to tie her shoes, and she taught herself how to do that because she learns very interestingly. And I don't know, sometimes it's hard for me to teach, but she learned how to do that herself. Riding a bicycle, she learned how to do that herself. When it was my turn to learn how to ride my bike and tie my shoes, my mother had to give me a shoebox and put a lace in it, and I was like, okay. And it took me a long time to get it. And when it was time for me to ride my bike, my cousins had to threaten me. They were like, if you don't figure out how to do this, then we're going to leave you behind and somebody's going to beat you up. And I remember crying, and it was so hard, but I figured it out. But like, that wasn't her experience. She just went to go figure it out. So it's like everybody learns in a different way. And the thing about her is like, she kind of just really is open. So she trusts that it will come to her, you know, and she's just different, you know. But then there's somebody like me who's like, okay, well, you know, it's not making logical sense, and I feel like this isn't working because it doesn't make logical sense, but it's not supposed to. This is not something that makes logical sense. It just is. And once you turn your light on, that shine bright, once you turn your light on and you believe and you have hope, faith, that's the key. But guess what? None of that gets activated until you can say, I'm grateful, simply because I'm in a body and I have opportunity. I'm grateful for my body. 5 of Swords. There's that devil again. The conflict of the mind. The battle of the mind. The battlefield of the mind, as Joyce Meyer said. That's where it is. You have to reprogram yourself. You don't realize you have brainwashed yourself, programmed yourself to believe that life hurts, it sucks, and that you never get anything that you want. And so when you go out here and you say, well, I want this, you don't realize that that vibration that instantly comes in is one of stress and overwhelm, because it's not what you're used to. So you sabotage it by what you're feeling. You don't realize that the feeling is what the universe is responding to. That's why it's important for you to feel good. But you talking about it doesn't matter. Okay. You might not think so, but it damn sure does. It really does. It really, really does. And you gotta believe. You know, and I'm talking to y'all, but I'm saying all this to myself too, because I'm human. And I'm still here on earth, and I'm still in my body. So I have days where I'm like, man, this sucks. But this is what I do. I talk myself back into life every time I want to quit. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So when are you going to use it? When are you going to use it? I guess this is what she's planning to do all day. No, we're going to go play. I don't know if y'all could tell. We're 20. We got the same outfit. So, we're going to do some TikToks and stuff like that. Or reels, whatever. Videos. And I'll post them on both platforms. I don't know. I know I need to finish my gratitude channeling. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Yes. You know, and that was really the message for this week overall. It's like, when you feel like you run out of physical options, sit. Ask. Pray that prayer that I've been saying. What's next? Show me. Show me. You got to show me love. I don't know. Show me. What's next? You know, it's like the difference between being in a, I don't know, I keep saying like, I keep seeing like, well, let me take it back to the time when my mom almost drowned. She was trying to hold on to this floaty at Splashtown in the wave pool. And she was like, her arms were like, you know, she was like, ah, shit, I'm about to drown. So I just walked over and I was like, hey, I'll help you. But like, I just stood her up. So like, she's tall enough to stand up, but she was afraid of the water anyway. So she was like freaking out. And the thing about it is like, when you get into that space where you feel like, shit, I don't know what I'm about to do here. Why are you going like this? Like, does that help you? Really? Does that really help you? Because could be you're banging on the sides of the walls and there might be a little door right here that you can't see because you're too like this. So you're going to have to bring it down some, sit still and say, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the solution that you're about to provide me. I'm grateful for the answers. I'm grateful for my next steps. I'm grateful for my future. I'm grateful. Let you know. And I will say that I twisted my son's hair for the 3rd time yesterday, and I did a really great job. And I really need to retwist my daughter's hair, but she does not like me to do her hair, so her hair is still growing. It's flourishing in the length department, but she just doesn't like me to retwist it. But she has some sensory processing disorder, so she can't really handle it sometimes. So, like, usually, like, if she's asleep, I can do it, but when does she sleep? Because a lot of times she goes to sleep after me. She should be up. Even when she was a baby, it was like getting her to take a nap was like a great big challenge. And I would fight with her instead of just being like, that's how she is. We just gonna let it. I spent a lot of years fighting with her to change her into the person that I could handle versus just letting her be who she was. Avanor, make peace with your past. Make peace with the past instead of using it as a crutch, because that's what be happening. I'll always suffer. Okay, maybe you did. Do you have to do that now? Do you have to be suffering now? But the reason why people rely on that or lean on that is because they feel really like they get an award or a reward for being habitually victimized by life. You just don't understand. Like, when you get ready to complain and you have somebody who's like, yeah, but have you thought about it like this? What's your first response? You just don't understand. And you're not in my position, so you don't get it. So you don't really get it. You don't get it. You don't understand. But like, that person has lived. So that means at some point they experienced something. It might not be exactly what you're going through, but they had some experience that they're trying to speak to in you. And a lot of times people have, you know, an open channel and connection to the divine. So like, they will bring you messages that you need. If you're in a space where you're like, I reject what you're trying to give me because I don't want to be positive. Okay, you know, that's fine. It's not about toxic positivity where you're just like, everything is beautiful. No, it's about, first of all, self-awareness, but also make sure that you're paying attention to what has triggered you into negativity, because it might be something that you can fix. It might be something that next time it happens, it won't trigger you if you get a handle on it now. But if you don't want to do that because you like being a victim, hey, just say that. I like being victimized. It's easier for me to be a victim than it is for me to be a victor. Karmic completion. Come on. Let me see what this say. I've never seen that one before. I feel like somebody's running some water down there. Maybe my son's cooking. This card indicates the end of a karmic lesson or cycle where you have successfully cleared a contract or debt from your past. This could refer to a challenging situation you have recently conquered in your life or a troubling experience with an individual that involved a great deal of effort or pain. Even though there are ongoing lessons to confront throughout the course of your life, you will never have to experience this particular lesson again. This card also represents the Wheel of Fortune, where whatever goes up must also come down. Just as the tides are constantly ebbing and flowing, you are being encouraged to adapt to both the highs and lows of your life. For it is in your ability to adapt that you will make your dreams come true. By stating this too shall pass in the face of each and every experience, you will remain centered, grounded, and stable. Pat yourself on the back and acknowledge your efforts and achievements. By continuing to face your challenges head on and treating others with love and respect, you will be rewarded beyond your wildest dreams. Exactly. So while you sitting up here acting like an asshole, this might be the moment in which you learn it's my gratitude that takes me from point A to point B. I need to stop being Sally the Sour. Till my dying day. I mean, because it really doesn't do anything. It does not help you. Like, I've been both, so I can tell you. I have been both positive and negative. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity. I'm talking about actually changing the vibration of my body, of my energy, of my emotions from negative to positive. You hypnotize, you made me love you more time. And it's not a one-day process, and no, it is not easy, but it can be done, and it does not happen until you start. You have to make a conscious decision that you want to feel good, but you have to first acknowledge that you don't feel well, because if you think that's how you're supposed to feel, you're not going to be like, well, maybe I should fix this. You think that's what you're supposed to feel? I'm supposed to suffer. No. That's what the devil wants you to think. You gotta fight that thing. Where you are. I think that might be the Queen of Pentacles. We talked about her in the very beginning of this. Look at that coming full circle. When they're lying here next to each other, lost in love. Yes. A fairy sits on a mushroom, her hand raised in protection. Two snakes have been tied together, creating the illusion of the Ouroboros. Where? I don't see no damn snakes. Hold on. Oh. So that's not the queen, that's the king. The eagle king sits in his nest. I feel like this king has breasts, but okay. Prepared for action, he wears a sun disk around his neck. Feathered wands provide stability to his position. His foot has a tether. This king is no stranger to action and to holding his ground. The tether around his foot suggests that this person once belonged to someone, but he fought his way to freedom. Come on, the devil. His wands help keep his position so that he can remain on top. He stares, daring those to try to take him. This card tells us that in order to keep our freedom and all that we have, we need to be prepared to take action and to defend what we have. Discipline, protecting what is yours, and an achiever. So that's what I mean too, is like, it takes discipline to get to this place. Like, you can't just quit every time it doesn't feel good. If you say, I'm committed to feeling better, I'm committed to changing my life, I'm committed to feeling good, I'm committed to being rich, wealthy, and successful in this material plane, and you ain't never did that before, it's going to take discipline and it's going to take work. And you cannot quit just before you get there. That's what happens. Oh, this hurts. I can't pay this bill. I'm about to be suicidal. Okay. Understood. Been there. But are you disciplined enough to bring yourself back and say, you know what? I've been in tough situations before. That doesn't mean that I have to quit. I can keep going. I can keep going. I'm committed to me. I'm going to keep going. You know? And that's the thing. Is like, if you're not committed to you, then you're going to quit. If you're not committed to you, you're going to quit. So, like, you know, while you be out here committed to external relationships, you're not even in a committed relationship with you. You can't even show up for you. So maybe you need to check yourself about that. Maybe you're learning where you be fucking up at. Maybe this is not abuse. Maybe it is a lesson for you so that you can do right. I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to go finish writing and doing what I needed to do so I can go play. But as always, I will see you later. Don't be a self-hater.